The judge has now dismissed the manslaughter charge against Daniel Penny after jurors came back a second time to announce that they were indeed deadlocked. Now the jury will consider a lesser charge against Penny, who was charged in the subway chokehold death of Jordan Neely last year. CNN's Gloria Pazmino has been inside the courtroom for the entire trial. Gloria, walk us through these dramatic developments.
Well, what it most importantly means, Jake, for Daniel Penny after a 6-week trial and after a day of this jury not being able to get to an agreement on the most serious charge, instead of looking at a maximum of 15 years in prison, had he been convicted of the first charge, he's only looking at a maximum of 4 years in prison if he is convicted on this second charge. The most serious charge, manslaughter in the second degree, has now been dismissed after the prosecution floated the idea and Judge Wiley granted the motion. Now, here's what Judge Wiley told this jury about making that decision. He told them, quote, "What that means is you are now free to consider count 2. Whether that makes any difference or not, I have no idea." He then encouraged them to go home and think about, quote, something else over the weekend. And Jake, that is because they'll be right back here on Monday morning to continue to deliberate on the second charge. The second charge, criminally negligent homicide. What does that mean? They have to decide whether or not the prosecution proved that Daniel Penny is guilty of having acted recklessly, that he should have known that placing Jordan Neely in a chokehold was a risky maneuver. That's what this charge is about, and whether or not they'll get to a verdict finally by this time on Monday remains to be seen. We will be here to keep you updated. Jake?
All right, Gloria Pazmino, thank you so much. I want to bring in criminal defense attorney Mark Eiglarsh. Mark, are you surprised that the jurors were not able to come to a unanimous decision on the more serious charge?
No. When you bring politically based charges, that's what happens. Meaning, I think that prosecutors normally wouldn't bring a case like this, dismissing his actions as one of mere negligence, but not criminal negligence. What outrages me candidly is that the judge is sending them back again to deliberate. Every jury, and I've been trying cases for 32 years, they're told if they don't have proof beyond a reasonable doubt as to the main charge, consider the lesser charge. Well, they did. For 4 days and 18 hours, 7 women, 5 men considered the main charge and then the lesser charge. Now sending them back, it almost implies that the judge is saying, all right, there may be something to this lesser charge, so go back there and consider it again.
How long do you think the judge will make the jury deliberate if they continue to be deadlocked on this lesser charge?
However long the judge feels. It's totally in his discretion. The defense will object, but legally the judge can give them sufficient time, maybe read them another Allen charge where they say, we are counting on you. We spent a lot of money and time, please. But they've done that already. I don't think that this judge is respecting the jurors' beliefs, and I also think it reeks of desperation from the prosecution.
If Penny is found guilty on this lesser charge, what kind of sentencing might he face?
Well, the maximum technically is 4 years, but I think the max in any criminal case should be reserved for the worst of the worst. It should be reserved for people who have reoffended. I don't think that he deserves that kind of time. This charge that they're deliberating on would be for somebody who's driving recklessly, they're staring at their phone, they're speeding, it's a willful and wanton disregard of human life, and they wind up killing someone. That's not plausibly analogous to what this guy did in these circumstances.
What conversations do you think Penny's lawyers are having right now?
Well, they're thrilled that the first charge is gone, but they're going, man, I can't believe the judge is sending him back. It almost reeks of coercion. The judge is saying, go back, look at the lesser charge. But we did. So what does this mean? I think it's scary. I've been there. Jake, I've been there where they take 4 days. They're going to take another day. It is agonizing.
It sounds to me like you're suggesting that the judge is basically telling the jury, not in so many words, but suggesting you really should convict him on this lesser charge.
I wouldn't go that far because the judge is doing his job, and I'm not even saying that he's done anything illegal. What I'm saying is that it reeks, the image of what it looks like is Well, wait, you've already deliberated on that lesser charge. The prosecutors dismissed the main charge. So I'm going to send you back there and I'm going to have you consider that lesser charge again. I'm just saying that there's a fair argument to make from the defense that it almost implies that the judge is suggesting there may be something to this lesser charge. That's all I'm saying.
The judge told the jury to go home and try to think about something else over the weekend, not this case. Is that even possible for a jury?
Absolutely not if you're human and not a robot. Picture a tiger on a unicycle with a Nazi helmet juggling balls. Okay, wait. Forget about that image. Don't think about it. Come on, they're obsessed. They're going to be thinking about it. They'll probably be talking it over with friends and family who've watched the media. They're told not to, but they are human. They do it.
Mark Eiglash, thank you so much for your insights. Have a good weekend.